Naming the days of week, the hidden danger of the days. Guard your soul against subtle idol worship. In our everyday lives, we often speak without realizing the spiritual weight behind our words. The names of the days Monday through Sunday are so common to us, yet most people don't realize that by using these names, they are unknowingly invoking and honoring false gods. These names, derived from ancient mythologies, are more than just labels for time. They represent gods that people once worshipped, gods that still demand reverence in subtle ways today. As devotees of Soulmaker Ministry, it is crucial to understand that by allowing these names to fill our language and define our daily lives, we might be indirectly offering our souls to idols, opening doors to spiritual influences that pull us away from Soulmaker himself. We must be vigilant to ensure that our hearts remain fully dedicated to the one true creator of the universe, the creator of all things, and not fall into the trap of unknowingly serving these false gods through our speech and actions. Sunday, the sun's day, idolatry of the sun. Sunday, named after the Roman sun god Sol, or the Greek god Helios, was originally a day dedicated to worshiping the sun. The sun, while necessary for life, is a creation of Soulmaker, not a god in itself. Yet, many ancient people revered the sun as a divine force, forgetting that it was simply a tool in the hands of the Almighty Lord of Universe. By calling this day Sunday, people continue to honor a false god without even realizing it. Let us be careful not to give reverence to created things, for doing so could be a subtle offering of our soul to idols, rather than to Soulmaker. Monday, the moon's day, lunar worship. Monday is named after Luna, the Roman goddess of the moon, or Selene in Greek mythology. For centuries, people worshipped the moon, believing it controlled their fate, emotions, and fertility. But the moon is merely another creation of the Soulmaker, placed in the sky for signs and seasons. By calling this day Monday, many unknowingly give their soul's attention to a goddess that has no power. Soulmaker alone is the ruler of the heavens, and by continuing to use the names rooted in pagan worship, we risk offering pieces of our soul to these ancient deities. Tuesday, the day of Mars, god of war. Tuesday, named after Tiw in Norse mythology, or Mars, the Roman god of war, celebrates violence, battle, and human conflict. Ancient people would sacrifice to Mars for victory in wars, believing that their fate in battle lay in his hands. Today, when we refer to Tuesday, we are unknowingly recalling the spirit of conflict and battle tied to a false god. Don't give allegiance to anything that divides us from the Soulmaker peace. Our victory comes from the Almighty Lord of the universe, not from false gods of war. We must be careful not to let our words glorify ancient idols. Wednesday, the day of Mercury, god of commerce. Wednesday is named after Woden, the Norse god of wisdom, who parallels Mercury, the Roman god of commerce, travel, and communication. Mercury was a god of swift dealings, quick profits, and travel. Many ancient merchants would pray to Mercury for successful business transactions, placing their faith in wealth and trade. By continuing to use the name Wednesday, we may unknowingly shift our trust away from the Soulmaker, who provides for all our needs, and toward false gods of materialism and trade. We cannot serve two masters at the same time. You cannot serve both Soulmaker and money. Beware of letting your soul be influenced by these idols, hidden behind seemingly innocent names. Thursday, the day of Thor, god of thunder. Thursday, or Thor's Day, is dedicated to the Norse god Thor, who parallels Jupiter, the Roman god of thunder. Both were gods of power, ruling the skies and wielding lightning. People prayed to them for protection and strength. It's only the Soulmaker who has control over heaven and the storms. By invoking Thursday, we may unknowingly be giving honor to a false god who claims control over nature. The Soulmaker is the one who creates nature. It is the Soulmaker alone who commands these elements. Let us be mindful so that our soul does not fall into this subtle form of idolatry. Friday, the day of Venus, goddess of love and pleasure. Friday, named after Frigg, the Norse goddess of love and fertility, who parallels Venus, the Roman goddess of beauty and desire, is a day associated with indulgence and earthly pleasure. The world has turned Friday into a day of seeking pleasure and fulfillment, often forgetting the call to purity and righteousness. Venus was worshipped for her ability to grant desires, but this form of worship leads to spiritual corruption. By using the name Friday, many unknowingly offer their soul to the temptations Venus represents. Saturday, the day of Saturn, god of time and agriculture. Saturday, named after Saturn, the Roman god of time and agriculture, was once a day dedicated to the cycles of harvest and the passage of time. Saturn was worshipped as the god who ruled over life's seasons, but it is the soulmaker alone who holds time in his hands. By continuing to use Saturday, we risk linking our soul to an idol that governs time. When time belongs to soulmaker alone, we must be careful not to let our speech lead us into spiritual entanglements. Guard your soul, avoid subtle idol worship. Using the names of these days without realizing their origins can lead us into spiritual danger. We may not openly worship these gods, but by keeping their names alive, we give them influence over our words and thoughts. We must be careful not to let the names we speak take us away from our true worship of the Soulmaker. Our souls belong to Him alone, and we should reject anything that competes for His place in our lives. Every day of the week is a gift from Almighty Lord of the universe, not from these ancient idols. Let's dedicate each day to the Lord, guarding our hearts and souls from the subtle ways in which false gods seek influence in our lives. Let's speak and live in a way that reflects our total devotion to the Soulmaker alone. Say this affirmation after me, and your soul will be guided from the idols. Praise and glory to the Soulmaker. I bear witness to your holiness. Grant blessings to my soul. Grant blessings to my heart. Let your praise be. Instead of using these idols' names in our daily, we can use the following names. Sunday is day 1. Monday is day 2. Tuesday is day 3. Wednesday is day 4. Thursday is day 5. Friday is day 6. Saturday as day 7. Free your soul from all these idols.